guys, Dave here with a quick lesson on Surfin USA by the Beach Boys. Today we're just going to look at the guitar intro, and there's a little 4-bar guitar break after the organ solo. I've had to learn this recently for a gig, so I thought I'd share it online with the rest of you. Okay, the first part is the intro. It's all based around an E flat major chord. So the shape we're thinking about is 11th fret on the E and B strings, 12th fret on the G, 13th fret on the D. And basically the way it's played is that you're kind of strumming 2 strings at a time for most of it. So with the shape, I strum the G and D strings, then I go over to the B and G, like that. Then I add my finger on the 13th fret of the G, and that's the pickup. So it kind of goes 1, 2, 3, like that. Okay. Then we're going to play the first 3 strings, E, B and G. Then we're just going to play the B and G strings twice, like that. So you get like that. Then we add our finger back on the 13th fret of the G, play the bottom 3 strings, then back to the normal chord, just playing the G and B, then over to the G and D, then the bottom 3 strings, then just play the 13th fret on the G, and then back to the chord, bottom 3 strings. So slowly. And at the end just cut it off. Like that. Okay, that's the intro lick. Right, the next part is the guitar solo that happens just after there's like a Hammond organ solo, and it's just a really short 4-bar break that just kind of comes in towards the end of a chorus section. So we get a little pickup. Again, it's coming on the 3 end, so it's like 1, 2, 3. And what we're doing there is we're playing the 2nd fret on the E, 4th fret on the B, and we just play it 3 times. So, like that. It's basically anticipating an A flat 7 chord. So that's the pickup, and then we're into the bar. Right, so for this, still holding that shape, play the 2 strings, then just the B string, back to the 2 strings again, then I'm going to add my little finger onto the 5th fret of the G, and I'm just playing the B and G strings now. Back to the original shape, play the B, play the shape again, and then he does a quick slide into a little A flat major chord, and that's the 4th fret on the B and E strings, 5th fret on the G. I can hear that 3rd string in the recording, but you could just play it as a double stop if you wanted to, like that, or like that. Okay. Next bar goes like this. So just playing the double stop, 4th fret on the E and B, 2 of those, 7 and 4 on the E, 7 on the B, back to that double stop on the 4th fret, and then he slides up to the 11th fret on the E and B. So you get, it kind of comes on the one hand, so it's like 1. Like that. If you want to, you can give it a little quarter tone bend on that 7th fret on the E string if you want. Like that, if you want to make it sound a little bit more rock and roll. Okay, now we're into, it's going to basically be over an E flat chord. So for that we're going, we're on that double stop again, and we go. Basically you play it 4 times, but it starts on the one hand, so it's like 1 and 2 and 3. Those last 3 notes, 14th fret on the E, with a little bit of a, quarter tone bend. 11 on the E, and then 14 on the B. Oh, I missed it then. And then we're playing for the last bar. So that is 11 on the B, 13 on the G, 14 on the B, back to 13 on the G. Then we play the 13th fret again and just do a little bend and release, and it's just a really small one, like a quarter tone or a half tone bend. Then 11 on the G, and then 13th fret twice on the D. Like that. I'll play through the whole solo really slowly. So it's like 1, 2, 3. Just a couple of things to think about with regards to this solo. He's really only thinking about each chord separately rather than thinking about one scale that fits over the whole thing. He's treated each chord with a separate pentatonic. So over the A flat chord, or A flat 7, he's basically played around with the A flat minor pentatonic. And then when it changed to the E flat chord, it's played an E flat minor pentatonic. Just pure pentatonic playing for both chords. Okay, so that's the theory involved. Very common for rock and roll players to do this, to treat each chord as a separate scale choice. Probably the only other thing I would say is sound wise, quite a lot of reverb on the guitar. And I think I was probably using the middle pickup. Now it might have been on a Stratocaster, or it might have been a Telecaster. It's got a certain sound when you use the middle pickup, and that's what I suspect was used on the original recording. Okay, there were the main points to go over for this lesson. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you for one real soon.